Hello, guys. I'm Team Time trying this, and Loki said, just say what you need to say, so we're gonna try. I want to talk to you about working with Loki and how useful his destructive aspect can be when we're faced with holidays. And we have a bumper crop of holidays coming up, depending on what you consider yourself. I mean, I can only go from my perspective, but if you still consider yourself Jewish or Muslim or Christian and you have all these Wiccan holidays or pagan holidays or whatever dumped on top of you, you're probably a little overwhelmed right now. Well, I'm not for taking anyone's holidays away from them. I'm not. When I came into Wicca, that was the thing that was done. All your old holidays were kind of taken off of you like you were joining a crazy cult, and you were given these new holidays, and you better celebrate these. But these new holidays had absolutely no meaning. And a lot of them still don't have a meaning for me. It's like Mabon, Mabon. I've celebrated a couple times, but to me, it's like Dunkin' Donuts coffee compared to Starbucks coffee. You're comparing this tiny little holiday to Halloween, and it's just not going to work. So I honestly don't celebrate it all the time. I'm not going to celebrate it this year. This year, if I wake up on Friday and I remember it's a fall equinox, I might be, happy. It might do one or two fall-related things, but it's not going to be a big to-do for me. And for Americans, we have Thanksgiving coming up next Thursday. And to me, it's always been a secular holiday, so it's not a big deal. And what I've really been spending a lot of mental energy on, wearing myself out on, is I honestly don't know what I want to do for Thanksgiving. We have a strong sense of tradition in America. We really do. This is the way it's always been done. This is the way we're always going to do it. And conversely, we're innovators as well. So, we get this kind of split personality that we want to keep the tradition of, grandma and the family and Thanksgiving turkey. And I don't know why I'm starting to sound like a bad Jimmy Stewart, but we want to have that. And we want to be renegades and go to, a turkey trot or go to the mall because now malls are open, or, go to the movies, or have burritos or have anything but turkey because we're sick of it. We've said it for decades. So I'm in a state of flux right now. I am very thankful and grateful that I have the chance to have turkey or go out the day before and pick up anything else I could possibly want. But I don't know what to do because I've been really thinking lately, what does a holiday mean to me? And it doesn't really mean anything because it's a secular holiday. It'll be a parade. That's usually pretty terrible. The parade's gone downhill the last couple years. And I think the dog show's after, or is that Easter? I think the dog show's after. There better be a dog show after. I command my little doggies running around. And other than that, and the football games, that's the extent to which I can join in on the celebrations because there are no buses that day. And I don't know anybody that's going to be like, yeah, sure, I'll leave Thanksgiving dinner and drive you to the mall. So, I'm going to be, if I want entertainment, walk to the gas station and hang out with those poor people. And be like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, this is my Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's mine too, because I came here because I got nothing better to do. So, I'm gonna try not to make a big deal out of it. It'll be Thanksgiving. And I do have a couple doodads up to celebrate, but, I'm just gonna let menu planning go until next Wednesday, because I can't think of a blessed thing. And that's actually what makes Loki happy. He hates to see us hold on to traditions. Because we think we have to. It took him forever to break me from making green bean casserole, and I hate that stuff. Even after my mother died, I was making it, and I hated it. Oh my god, I hate it so much. It's disgusting. The only thing I liked was the fried onions in the soup you put in it. Excuse me, I need coffee. But it's utterly repulsive because I hate green beans. It's disgusting. So he broke me in making it. He's like, do you realize how much money you're spending on this? And that's one way to get an adult's attention. It's like, what? He's like, look how much money you're spending on this. You're buying 2 cans of soup. You're buying the beans. You're buying the French's onions. You're buying all this stuff and you're making food that you don't even want. Just leave it there. People that want it so bad, they'll have it. I'm like, you know what? You're right. So every year when you find that final can of cream beans or soup or French's fried onions, you can thank people like me that gave it up. um, yeah, and I give up having a whole turkey because have you ever tried to eat a whole turkey as a single person? You feel like a lioness. You killed this huge piece of game and you brought it home. And it's like enough to feed 6 people because, I grew up in a family where we did not buy that giant turkey. You bought like a, kind of small turkey, but we made it work because we had all the sides. And you buy this huge turkey and you feel like you're a lioness dragging this kill home from the Serengeti, and maybe you have like a couple pieces of turkey and then you're done because the rest you're used to the rest of the pride coming in and eating the turkey, and you're single and the rest of the turkey's still sitting there looking at you and you're like, now what am I supposed to do with it? Because it's just a thing. And I don't know if I can face another year of Thanksgiving leftovers for 4 or 5 days. Um, I don't know if that always happened with Thanksgiving, but yeah, now it's like Thanksgiving leftovers for 4 or 5 days. So I'm thinking of doing something else this year, of doing either doing a very much smaller scale back meal or doing something else entirely. Um, Excuse me. I've had years where I had um a Mexican Thanksgiving because First Nations people were here before we were, and although Mexico never stretched this far, we have precious little information on the First Nations people that were here. So I did it like for Michihuatl, and she appreciated it, and I know I just slaughtered her name. I'm so sorry. And I've done other things. Like there was the year where since the Vikings came, we did like a Viking thing. And this year, I think it's just going to be good old American Thanksgiving. It's going to be like I'll go up and get the barbecue chicken from the DQ, or I'll get a pizza or something, and I'll sit down with my version of a 6-pack, with some Cokes, and I'll watch a game or I'll watch a parade. I'll probably watch all this on my computer. I haven't turned the TV on in months, and if I get bored with that, then I'll go back to like Creepypasta podcast or something. But the point is, when we work with Loki, we have to realize what actually works with us and what actually means anything. He does not like us keeping traditions for tradition's sake. It doesn't do anyone any good, especially, if you're a singleton and there's no one around to tell you you have to keep Thanksgiving or Mabon or whatever your holidays were, depending on what your religion was. I'd say keep what means something to you in your heart. If you hear the holiday mentioned and you're like, yeah, keep that holiday. I don't care what holiday it is. I don't care if you're going to keep Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, everything. Keep the holidays you like. One thing which is often, those ones that are still at the angsty teen stage, scream is that they stole all of our holidays, and yet we don't celebrate a single holiday on the same day as Christians, which to me I think is a little strange. It was like the angsty teen made up the witch's calendar, I swear to God. Um, so celebrate on the days you want. It doesn't even have to have a name. I celebrate Festivus. I do. I celebrate Festivus. And I just have a good complaint. And I kind of have to watch, because you do want to watch, especially like if you work with Oku or something. You do want to watch how far you get into Festivus, because he will get rather excited. That's like his favorite holiday. But it's good old fun. It's good old fun. I will celebrate it. Like someday, in December or something. I won't celebrate on the official day, but I will one point, if I'm having a really crummy day, that's the day Festivus comes up. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Please try to remember that, no one can tell you how to be you except you. If you feel like celebrating today, celebrate today. If you don't think any day's a day to get excited about, and you never want to celebrate, then don't. Some people don't believe in celebrating holidays, and that's equally valid. So I hope that finds you well, and if I don't see you guys for some strange reason before Mabon or Thanksgiving or something, I hope, if you celebrate whatever, hope you're well, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.